Dun 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 dun. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. Today number 11 of my Route 66 adventure. I have crossed over into the state of Illinois and currently standing underneath the world's largest ketchup bottle. Join me, shall you?
Not a lot of people out here, not a lot of cars, no trucks, no traffic. Some would say desolate. And behind me is the first location of the day, blasting area. It's almost like a makeshift homage to Cadillac Ranch. They're all wedged in the ground. This former gas station has a relic Pepsi machine against the wall. That's old school. This property is home to a rabbit ranch. We pulled over in hopes of seeing some bunnies. The guy who owns it, however, he's not here. On the side of the building, the final resting place of some of his animals. He has headstones of all his little critters who have passed away. Junior, Ranger. Oh look, he has the Lone Ranger mask, Shaft, and Snot. And similar to the Jackrabbit trading post, here's a photo opportunity that you can climb on. I don't know your name, but I want to thank you for letting me mount on top of you. It's kind of awkward. I know I'm yelling, and I didn't mean to be yelling. So let me shh. I'm too close to your earlobe. I'm going to quiet down. My apologies, yo. Sorry about that. Guess I can't blame him for not being open. He is semi-retired, no set hours. You just got to take a chance on him being here. Just about to leave and the open sign illuminated. We can now actually go in. Rescued in July of 2009, this is Spirit and Blackberry.
This is Hubert. He's named after my dad. He was Hubert Henry. That's the other part. His name's Henry down there. Little red bunny. And we're down to 4 bunnies, our all-time low. I started off in 1999 with 15 of them. And just had one yesterday during operation pass away. So it's a fact of life, you know, it's hard. And but in 2003, that was our glory days. We had 49 bunnies. Things were really hopping and moving. And I knew at that point, I just couldn't keep doing it the rest of my life. I'm 71 now. Probably noticed there's a lot of Volkswagens. And you guys are probably old enough to remember what kind they were. Volkswagen Rabbits.
This is another one of those instances where 66 runs parallel to a freeway. You may have heard the expression, why did the chicken cross the road? Well, I want to know why the turkey crossed the mother road. Because its footprints are still wedged down deep into the pavement. A painted box has been drawn around where they're located. From the 1920s these have been here. That fowl will live on in infamy. Arriving now in Springfield. And look on the left, looming over the road. It's a Muffler Man. I just realized in all my excitement I stated he was on my left. I was completely overwhelmed by this guy. I didn't know my direction, left from right. Now he's on my left. I bet he has quite an appetite. No, not him. Him. Which is a segue for food here at the Kozy DriveIn. Their mascot spinning around at a decent speed, luring us in for a meal. Oh yes, this place looks awesome. Anywhere that calls themselves the self-proclaimed birthplace of the corn dog, Must be good. Owned and operated by the same family since 1949. Looks like at one point the company was even co-joined with Dairy Queen. And this is what we're dealing with. Fries that I am now gonna load up with just a little dab of ketchup and a Kozy dog, 2 of them to be exact. Jacob is already starting to consume his fried potatoes, and he got 1 Kozy dog. And what is that?
Chili dog.
Chili dog goodness. A little mustard, never hurt anyone. Just outside the door is an Abraham Lincoln brick piece, and you'll notice his nose is worn down, which is supposed to be good luck. If you rub Abe's nose, you will have good luck. This is a segue to the next location, his presidential library and museum. Got the whole family in the foyer. Now it's interesting because formerly, years ago, over Lincoln's shoulder back there used to be John Wilkes Booth, but they have removed the statue about 20 or so yards back. And even though Wilkes has been removed, his name placard is still here. Let's start off with a walkthrough of the boyhood years. Setting foot into the cabin. There he is, doing a little learning, doing some reading by the campfire. Well, not the campfire, the fire in the fireplace inside the cabin. Wait, he's sleeping, listen. He's snoring. Growing up just a bit at work in the general store. As stated right there. Looks as if he's picking out some fabric, looking very lovingly at Mary Ann Todd. A relationship is born. I've always heard that some of the Disney Imagineers worked on the figures here, and after looking at them, seeing at them in person, I think it might be true. The attention to detail is pretty uncanny. He's just hanging out there reading the paper while these kids are getting very rambunctious. It was a very rainy day when he gave his farewell address, departing Springfield and heading to Washington, D.C., a place from which he would never return. Let's head now into the White House. This room messes with your equilibrium. The doors are slanted, and along the walls are photographs framed picturing Lincoln in lots of different forms, including the devil himself. The news media painted him in a lot of different lights. Very long and tedious meeting with the Secretary of State, the Interior, all his cabinet members. To be a fly on the wall in those conversations would be an interesting thing. These castings were made by a well-known sculptor after the nomination for presidency in 1860, and then another one just 5 short years later, just before his assassination. And it states on the placard, you can see how tired and aged his face become after years of conflict. War is over. Cause for much celebration, but it's about to get very somber as we enter into Ford's Theater. A play is underway as a man sneaks in the back door leading to the balcony. John Wilkes Booth was about to change the destiny of President Lincoln, and Abe had no idea of what was about to happen as he sat and watched that comedy that faithful day. Name engraved on that portfolio, it states right here that it could have possibly carried the Emancipation Proclamation. That's pretty cool. William Cogswell painted this starting in 1862. He didn't complete it till 1868. The fascinating thing is, Mr. Lincoln himself sat for the beginning portion of this portrait. That's pretty amazing. Learn something new every day. He was the original hipster. He did, however, have some very good sayings that all of us can learn by. Leave nothing for tomorrow, which can be done today. You can even cozy up with this guy. Cuddle with him as you get your 40 winks. I feel like in a lot of ways the marketability of our 16th president is slowly turning into Colonel Sanders. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's a wind-up, but it's only his head. So it's just his head, and there's feet right below his beard. You wind it up and he just strolls across your cabinet or tabletop.
That's going to do it for today. If you have not done so, please subscribe now. It helps keep you updated on the future of videos on this channel. Get yourself an Adam the Woo t-shirt. Links can be found in the description box, as well as the entire episodes from this whole Route 66 journey. All that can be found right down in the description box. Help me out on Patreon, Adam the Woo on Patreon, if you would like to fuel the woo. I will see you in the next video. Vlog over.